Beyond Meat, the plant-based meat alternative company, is looking pretty bullish, but it has to overcome some strong chart resistance. I'll show it to you. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. Today's trade pick is a trading range on the plant-based meat alternative company, Beyond Meat Inc., or BYND. We'll take a look at that, but first we've got a few active trades to check out. Later on, Tim's trading maxim, and we'll also look at our active dream trades. Hey, it's Friday, and it's the third weekend of Clemson football, guys. I'm stoked. Did I really say stoked? Remember to click the subscribe button and hit that bell so you won't miss any of these great trade setups. All right, let's check out the active trades. Well, Palladium finally dropped, hit our stop right here on Monday. We were at 22.9207, which is $299.36 per contract on the second half, for a total 3.5% account gain on this overall trade. Not too shabby. I wouldn't mind doing that all the time. As I record this video, almost 1 o'clock on Thursday, Google's pushed up a bit from its recent push down. Still having trouble getting past that support level right there, but I believe we're not done with this down move. Parabolic SAR is finally caught up with our break-even stop, so I've moved the stop down a little bit to 1522.79 to lock in 81 cents on the second half. Bank of America is pushing down nicely this week. We got half off right here. Move the stop to 25.20, which is break-even. And we'll wait for the parabolic SAR to catch up. Should be there in a few days. And then we'll start trailing the stops. Silver hit the first target right here on Monday. Closed half for profit. Moved the stop on the remainder to 24.7185, which is my entry. Locking in 0. Looks like it's making a big wick today on Thursday. You never know what that could mean, but that often means a reversal. So we'll wait for the parabolic SAR to get down here to start trailing stops on this if we can stay in it. And our gold triggered a sell on Wednesday. I'm short at 1862.40. My stop is 1916.09. My first target is 1826.61. And last but not least, I'm watching the Euro Australian dollar today on Thursday for a buy trigger. It pushed up above the range, and now it's pushed back to behind the range. So this may not trigger today, but keep an eye on this thing. We'll see what it does. And that's all the active trades for today. Let's take a look at today's trade pick. So Beyond Meat Inc., BYND, is the plant-based meat alternative company, and it's been in this trading range since May. The volume has been in decline for most of that time. The volatility has been in decline for much of that time, but has recently popped up on this move up right here. So I think that's probably a bullish signal. Just to be sure everyone's on the same page as me on this, a trading range is a consolidation with a strong support level like this one at 119 and a strong resistance level like this one up at 163. Price just sort of bangs back and forth between these levels until eventually it explodes out of the range in one direction or the other. I'll take a break of a trading range in either direction. And as a nice confirmation of the consolidation, we have this decline in volume and volatility right here. Volatility is the amount of daily movement of the price, and I measure it with the average true range, or ATR, which shows the average length of the last 14 candles. And here's the trade plan. We're going to buy a daily candle close above the range, or above 163, or we will sell a daily candle close below the range, or below 119. On the breaking candle, to enter a full-size position, we want to see this volume bar reach up to this volume average at least. If it doesn't quite reach the average but does reach 75% of the average, I'll take a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate that percentage by taking this volume number, dividing it by this volume average, and you should get 0.75. If you don't get at least 0.75, I suggest standing aside on the trade. Stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR, and the first target is 1 times the ATR. So let's say, for example, this thing breaks above the range about 30 minutes or so before the close. You'll look at entering your buy order. You look down here at the ATR, you multiply it by 1.5, and that will be your stop loss. And then 1 ATR above the entry will be your first target. Of course, it'll be the opposite if you get a break to the downside. If after entering the trade you get a candle close back inside the range, we'll take the loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. We intend for the breakout to be explosive, and it should hit the target fairly quickly. If the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. When price hits our first target, we'll close half the position for profit and set the stop loss to break even on the remainder. We'll then follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. Typically, I do this with 2 positions. The first one has a stop loss and a take profit, and that one will close automatically when the first target is hit. The second position will only have a stop loss, and that position will be allowed to run. When the first target is hit, we'll have to manually move our stop loss to break even on the second position. I only risk about 2% of my account on each trade. And that's today's setup on Beyond Meat Inc. Remember, my intent here is to tell you how I manage these trades. If you've already got a good trade management plan, use it. You have to understand your own mind to find the best strategies for your trading. And speaking of understanding your own mind, that's my intent for the trading maxims. The maxims help me control my emotional impulses and keep me on the straight and narrow path. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, rule of conduct, or proverbial saying. The purpose of my maxims is to motivate me to discipline in trading as well as other areas of my life. I suggest you start your own list of maxims, things that you can say to yourself while you're trading or doing life to make sure you always do the right thing. Feel free to borrow from my list. And today, Tim's trading maxim number 49. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. And that quote comes from Conrad Hilton. Conrad Hilton, as you probably already know, was the founder of the Hilton hotel chain and grandfather of Paris Hilton, who's famous for being famous. Just remember that success requires movement. You are unlikely to be successful if you spend all your time sitting on the couch eating tater chips and watching Netflix. I know there's often inertia involved in trying to break that lifestyle. Just resolve to do one thing every day towards your success, even if you only spend 5 minutes a day doing it. That will help you overcome Netflix couch inertia syndrome. Remember our Beyond Meat trade plan for today. We're going to buy a daily candle close above the range or above 163, or we'll sell a daily candle close below the range or below 119. If the volume is not quite average, go half size as long as it's at least 75% of the average. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR, and your first target is 1 times the ATR. And remember to click the link below to the trade management video for more details. Also, be sure to sign up for my Trading Picks email list to get early notification of these picks. The link is in the description box below. As I mentioned in Wednesday's video, Atlantic Union, or AUB, made a nice move on Monday. Right here, hit our first 2 targets, here and here, on the very same day. That is what I call explosive momentum. Currently the stop is at 21.77, locking in $1.15 on this trade, and the next target is 19.48. When the price reaches that, we'll move the stop down to 20.63. Keep in mind that with the dream trade strategy, we don't close half at the first target like we do with the regular video strategy, the regular trade pick strategy. So this is the full position that's up almost 15% from the entry. This is one of the reasons why I like the dream trades. So Wednesday's dream trade still hasn't triggered. Still looking for a candle close above this 50 SMA right here for a buy signal. Don't miss the dream trade segment on Wednesday's videos. Click the link below to find out more about dream trades. And be sure to come back to Trading Strategy Guide's YouTube channel every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for my new videos. Don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. Remember, the only stupid question is the unasked one. And don't miss the next installment of the Trading Education Series next Wednesday, when we'll be talking about hints and kinks for MT4 users. If this video helped you, click the like below. Subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified of our videos in the future. Have a relaxing weekend, and I will see you on Monday.